Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've come back again to Hazelhurst Solicitors Manchester office, and this time around, I'm going to speak to one of the managers at the Manchester office, and here we have Kalsuma. Hello, Kalsuma.
Hi, you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks for receiving me. Right now, Kalsuma.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about the sponsorship license.
Okay.
So I know you're going to give us a brief overview
Of course.
of what the sponsorship license is and what are the changes that are in the corner. Now, Kalsuma, before we go on to that, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? I understand you're an office manager in Manchester, and obviously you're also part of the immigration team in Manchester. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Of course. So I'm one of the immigration fee earners in the private department at Hazelhurst Solicitors. I'm also a manager of the Manchester office. So I do with all the staffs, the consultants, everything. But mostly I specialise in immigration law.
Fantastic.
So I deal with all aspects of immigration law, including point-based systems, asylum, Tier 4, all the applications and the immigration rules as well. And I also deal with EU applications also.
Right, and that's what we're going to be talking today. Thanks a lot, Kalsuma. You've got a very young team here in Manchester, and obviously an efficient young team. Thanks for receiving me again. Right, so last week we were in London. I was there and I spoke to the team in London, and they helped us with regards to the EU settlement scheme. But today we are talking specifically about the sponsorship license, which is what you're going to be discussing with me. So carry it away.
Of course. So if you're a business, small or large, and you want to employ migrant workers in the UK, you'll need a sponsorship license. So from the 1st of January 2021, it will also include EU nationals. So they become essentially foreign workers, so you have to include them in the sponsorship license if you want to employ them in the UK.
Right. So, well, we all expect that after we come off the European Union, then European Union workers are going to be in line with the rest of the world.
Of course, yes.
So you are specifically speaking to us about the businesses in the UK who are looking to employ people from outside the UK.
Yeah.
And this would include people from the European Union.
Yes.
From Germany.
Yes. Germany, France, so all those European countries, they have to make the application because we only have 17 days left in the transition for Brexit. So after that, anyone who wants to be employed in the UK from 1st of January 2021 must be included in the sponsorship license. So that's the new rules that have to come into place.
Right. So if I have a small business in the UK and I'm looking to employ migrant workers, what do I need to do?
So you need to make a sponsorship license, but before you do that, you need to prepare yourself. You need to have some management roles for the sponsorships. These are, I'm just going to explain what those are. So you need to have an authorizing officer, a key contact, and a level 1 user. An authorizing officer is a senior and competent person responsible for the action of the staff and the representatives who use the SMS. SMS is a system that you use for the sponsorship license. Key contact is your main point of contact with the UK visas and immigration. So that person can contact the Home Office to get updates for the application, etc. Or so that key contact, you must appoint someone.
So sorry, can I stop there? I have a question. Now, essentially, I have a small business, and say I'm a one-man business.
Of course.
And can I cover all these roles?
Of course you can. So just to let you know, these roles can be filled by the same person or different people. So if you're a small business and you want one person to fill the authorizing officer and the key contact and the level 1 user, then obviously you can do that.
Right, great. Okay, so in preparing for the application, can you tell us what would normally need as a requirements?
There's a suitability checks that you have to go through. So you need to ensure you and your staff or the person that's appointed for them three roles, they don't have any unspent criminal convictions, been fined by the UKVI in the past 12 months, been reported to the UKVI, broken any law, being a key person as a sponsor that has its license revoked in the last 12 months, failed to pay VAT or other exercise duty. So basically, you need to ensure you don't have any of those to meet the requirements. So those checks will be done by the Home Office.
So essentially, what you could do to your clients with businesses who are applying for a sponsorship license is essentially to prepare them by going through the due diligence.
Yep.
And also in ensuring that they can meet all of these individual requirements that you've mentioned.
Yes.
So is that included in the services that you do offer to clients?
Yes, we will do all that for you. We will explain each step. We will do all those checks as well to make sure they meet the requirements, of course.
Right. And obviously, I understand that there are many companies now who are employing citizens from the 27 other member states of the European Union. Mm-hmm. And after the 31st of December, I also understand that you may have new migrants coming from the European Union to the UK.
Yeah.
And if they do so after the 31st of December, and your company receiving them has not got the sponsorship license, then they would have to apply for one.
Definitely, they will. In order for them to employ anyone from like I explained earlier, from the 1st of January 2021, must have a sponsorship license to employ those people.
Right, fantastic. So, and you've made it clear to us that your services would cover preparing these businesses to comply. Yes. With the requirements they need in order to apply for the sponsorship license. And not only apply, but to get it obtained.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So is there something else you would like us to know about this application?
Okay, just to let you know, when the Home Office is considering the sponsorship license application for the Home Office, you need to establish 4 things. This is very important for this application. So your company or your organisation operating in the UK must be genuine. You must be honest, dependable and reliable. You must be capable of carrying out all your sponsor duties and evidence of your compliance. You have to offer genuine employment, so there must be a genuine position available within your company or organisation. So it's very important that you meet all those.
Right. So that is important. So if I run a small shop, selling specialty food, and I need to employ someone from the European Union. So do I still need to prove that I have looked around, I have tried to get a local staff and not been able to, and so I'm going out of the UK to employ someone from the European Union?
No,
do I need to prove that?
Previously, you did have to do under the labour market test, but since the new rules have come into place, you don't have to do that anymore.
Great, fantastic. That's Are there any, by the way, before you carry on, are there any other changes that's been introduced by the new legislation as a result of us coming out of the UK, out of the EU, with regards to the sponsorship license?
Can you just,
Right. You've just helpfully mentioned that I do not need to advertise my role for 28 days.
Yes, you don't.
Are there any other, new changes with regards to the sponsorship license application that comes in with the new legislation?
So the only changes are, so previously you had to have certain criteria. Like I said, it is not, you don't have to advertise your roles anymore.
Yeah.
So previously the threshold of the income for a Tier 2 migrant worker has been lowered. So we'll explain all this when obviously they do the
Right.
process with us.
Okay. So that's fine. That's enough of my questions. Can you carry on now?
Of course. So to apply for the license is an online application that you will need to do. So once you've done the online application, you filled in all the sections, you will be required to pay, and then you have to print the submission sheet, and you'll have to submit that with your application. Previously, you had to submit all documents, it had to be original and posted out. Now it doesn't have to, so you can email it across as long as it's scanned in JPEG, PDF or PNG format. So that's what you have to do.
Interesting. Right.
Would you like me to explain the fees?
Please. That's very important.
Okay, so if the organization, like we discussed earlier, it can be big or small. So there's two different fees. If a organization is small, the fees is 536, which includes a charity organization. And if the organization, let's say, is medium or large, the fee would be 1,476.
Fantastic. There is a question I would like to ask, which I think you must have had questions like this from your clients coming through.
Yeah.
Now, if I intend to set up a new business and I have in view to employing staff from outside of the UK, including the European Union, would I be able to apply straight away on setting up my new business? Would I be able to apply straight away for a sponsorship license?
Yes, you can. You can definitely apply straight away because obviously you want to employ staff from 1st of January 2021. So if it's open now, you can apply from today.
Right. So those are the two, talking about the size of the business, very important.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased about that because we have a lot of inquiries from very small businesses.
It can be small or large, like we explained. It doesn't have to be a large company. It can be a small, like a 4-people organization, or it could be a large.
Or a one-person organization.
Or one person, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so I'm sure you have more to tell us with regards to this scheme.
1 second. Most of you will be, everyone will be asking, how long does this process take, and when is the decision going to come? Especially if I want to employ someone on the 1st of January 2021. So normally you would get a decision within 8 weeks. However, it all is in the discretion of the Home Office how long it takes, especially with the current situation and everything.
Fantastic. So I was also going to ask, I know that the sponsorship license covers different types of work. I don't want you to go into the details because it would take us forever, isn't it? For you to start explaining tier 1, tier 2, tier 5, right? So essentially, is it limited only to specific kind of employment? So I'm talking about shortage occupation skills.
No, so basically you can get a worker license or a temporary worker license. So a worker license will let you employ people for long term or permanently. This could be a skilled worker. It could be an intercompany visa, a company graduate. It can be minister of religion. It could be a sports person. In regards to temporary workers license, it could be a creative or a sporting worker. It could be a charity worker, it could be a religious worker, and so on.
Right. That's a topic for another day with regards to the changes with regards to, like I mentioned earlier, tier 2, tier 5, what are the new equivalents in the new legislation? That would be for another day. So thanks a lot. And coming back to the sponsorship license.
Sorry, I just wanted to add one important,
right, certainly.
One important thing which I didn't mention earlier. Once your application is approved, you'll be given an A-rated license. An A-rated license is a full sponsorship license that's given to you. So with the A-rated license, it lets you start assigning certificate of sponsorship. So that's what you will give your migrant or your nationals who's coming to the UK to work for you from the 1st of January 2020.
Right. There is something else that a lot of your clients, I understand, do worry about. The scenario I gave you of a new company that's just been set up and wants to apply for a sponsorship license. should they have a physical business place? And if so, would the Home Office be inspecting this physical
Yes,
business
definitely.
place?
So that's one of the things they will do during the assessment or the application process. Once you submit the application, the Home Office can come to your premises. They can come to us and assess the business, if it's been running, how it's running, and everything. They will definitely do all that during the application process.
Obviously, to ensure that this is a genuine business.
Yes, and you're complying with all the requirements.
Fantastic. Right. I know you've obviously given us a lot with regards to an overview. This was meant, as an overview of the process. So, is there anything else, or do you want to conclude the presentation for today?
Of course. So, like I explained, so it's best for businesses to apply for the sponsor license, especially if they want employees to start from the 1st of January 2021. So, this includes non-EU nationals and EU nationals.
Fantastic. Kalsuma, thank you very much for this brief presentation on the sponsorship license, and for doing all what you're doing in our Manchester office.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, what I would normally say is we're going to come back again.
Of course,
We're going to come back for something else. But for now, all those businesses around the country that are currently employing workers from the European Union, or who are looking forward to employing workers from the European Union, if you're thinking about compliance with regards to the new legislation, you can contact us,
Definitely.
Hazelhurst Solicitors Manchester or Hazelhurst Solicitors London, and we'll be able to help with the compliance side of things. Thank you very much, and see you next time.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.